What's up guys and welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about equipment mods. So equipment mods are items that can be added to another item. For example, a gem that can be installed to a weapon in order to gain more stats or add some benefit to that weapon or unlock some effect. So in this case, or in this example, we have any weapon here can have this screen right here. So if we right click here, we have open, and then we have this screen right here, and we can add more items or install items on these containers right here. So in this case, we made it so only gems are supported in these containers. So if I drag this right here, as you can see, it's not going to go there. So it only accepts gems, and gems are items. So it doesn't have, obviously doesn't have to be a gem. It can be, you can create a new kind of item, but the main idea here is that these items or gems have stats, and the current implementation makes it so these gem stats are added to the weapon stats, and as a result they will be added to your character. So in this case we can drag the red gem there, but first let's check out the stats. So for now this axe has 50 to 55 attack and 5 strength, and this gem has 10 strength and 100 health. Of course, same for all these 3 gems, and for the green gem it has like 10 dexterity and 20 attack speed. So the idea here is that you can drag or install gems, and if we hover over the axe once again, as you can see there, the green stats indicates that these stats are obtained from a mod, for example, such as this gem. So I can drag all of these right here and then hover over the axe, and as you can see now it shows the green stats as, of course, bonus stats from these gems. So there are multiple uses of this. It doesn't have to be, like I said, gems that give stat. It could be something else that unlocks some maybe new skill or something like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we can set these special containers up. So we call them special container. If we go to the weapons data table, for example, and we select that axe, if we scroll down here, it says special container widgets, and it takes in that BP weapon mod. So if you browse to this BP weapon mod and then open it, so it's a simple widget with 3 jig containers. So the main idea here is that you want to create like a widget and of course add as many jig containers as you need. So what we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate the BP weapon mod, which is found inside Action RPG Starter System widgets, then special jig container. So you can simply select it, do Control W or right click duplicate. Since we have a weapon mod, let's go ahead and maybe create a armor mod. So BP armor mod. And so this time we're going to maybe create like 4 containers. So of course when it comes to widget, feel free to customize it however you want. But the main thing here that we need to do here is to simply add some jig containers. If we go ahead and search here, we can look for jig container, and we can simply drag it, for example, to this vertical box. And the most important thing here is you want to make it of type equip to slot. So it's an equipment container, not an inventory container. And then of course set the number of rows and columns to 1 by 1. And then of course you can customize the slot size however you want. For example, you can just make this bigger like that. And to make sure only certain items are installed to this container, we can click on the supported item types and select a certain type, for example, equipment mod. If we go to the data table where the gem is found, so it's going to be inside other. So we have this green gem and red gem, and as you can see, the type here is set to equipment mod. So from this container, we can indicate that only equipment mod or only items of type equipment mod are allowed. Alternatively, we can set certain item IDs here, so only support these IDs, and we can indicate manually the item ID that we support. We should support. So you can add as many as you need. You can also use this setting right here, do not support these IDs. You can indicate that only equipment mod types are allowed except for these maybe IDs right here. So in this case, we're going to keep things simple and simply indicate that only equipment mod types are allowed. We can also maybe add another type if there is like something else, but equipment mod is the general type for an item that is installed to another item. So in this case, we're going to leave it as equipment mod. The next thing you want to do here is go to permissions and make sure that your permissions look like this. So we can simply copy from this, for example. So you want to disable allow opening containers. In this case, this doesn't matter because these gems, for example, are not containers in themselves. But just to be safe, we can do this allow opening containers. And you want to set this to false as well. So the drag and drop operation is handled inside the inventory component instead of it being handled automatically. We'll make a video about the inventory system, or like these widgets, and talk about them in details. But for now, just make sure that these permissions are, of course, similar to this. So we don't want to drop like a gem, for example, that is equipped to a weapon. I might change this. I think it's okay to be able to drop something that is equipped to a weapon. And of course, it's just splitting and stacking, which we don't care about in this case. So that's pretty much it here. But of course, you can easily just simply copy this and paste it right here. So what you want to do here, since we created a new armor mod here, so what I'm going to do here, so I removed all of them and only left one of them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do cut, do yes, because it's referenced inside the graph, but that's fine. So I'm going to, so to this vertical box, I can add 2 horizontal boxes. So I'm going to drag this here and then drag another one and maybe add a spacer between them. So we have some space there, so 5. And then I'm going to paste that container. So the jigsaw container, or we can, of course, like we've seen earlier, how to add a new one. But I'm just simply going to copy paste here, and then I'm going to copy once again and paste in here and add another spacer between them. This time I'm going to change the X there to 5, or however many you want. We can keep them 60 by 60 for now. And actually I can just go ahead and copy this entire thing and paste it right here. So there you go. So now I have 4 jig containers, and we can work with this. Of course, we can also change the image here size to something else. For example, 200 by 200. Make it maybe something square like that. We can also change the image, but for now it's not too important. So once you add all your jig containers here, you can add as many containers as you need. So once you do that, the most important thing here, of course, after you indicate what item types are supported, in this case, all of them only support equipment mods. So you want to go to the graph section, and here, of course, we're going to get some errors saying that we are missing some references here. But what you want to do here is you want to use the event on initialized and do a for each loop on all your containers and set the container index. So in this case, this would be container 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's actually go ahead and rename them. So this is container 1. I'm going to simply call it container 1. This is going to be container 2, and this is container 3. Then back to the graph, and I'm going to simply link them here. So that's container 1, 2 here, 3 here, add another pin, and 4. So we simply go do a for each here on all these containers and indicate the container index. We can use this interface event right here to get the item reference. In this case, when we assign this container or special container to the armor, this is the armor itself, the item itself that hosts this container. So you can use things such as maybe get the info here, and you can do whatever custom logic you need. So you have access to the entire info. So this one would be like armor or pants or whatever. And you can do whatever you want with this reference. And we have another interface called get list of containers. And we're going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to copy this array and simply return it right here. So this is a very important step. So we return all the containers. So get list of containers, return all the containers. And that's pretty much it. That's all we need. So if we go now to the armors data table, we have these armors. So if we select the armor here, we can scroll down to the special container widget. We can indicate that BP armor widget that we just created. So BP armor mod. So we added this to the armor item. So now if I go ahead and pick the armor here, then right click open, as you can see, this is our widget. And like I said, since it's a widget, feel free to customize it however you want. And of course, in this case, we'll be able to install or equip gems here, whatever we need here. So here, for example, and as you can see here, the armor shows the bonus stats. And of course, since we indicated only weapon mods are supported, as you can see, we're not going to be able to equip anything else. Of course, the same widget can be used for anything, for all pickups here. So in this case, helmet, we can assign the same armor mod, and we can do the same thing for everything else. And of course, they will all have their own separate special containers. So armor, helmet, and we can of course have both of them here. They will both have a similar, of course, widget, but of course they are separate. So if I equip this here, and I can equip something else with the armor, I can also access the widget while it's equipped as well. So like so. And of course I can also transfer between widgets here or special containers. I can do that instead, and of course the stats or the gem is going to be transferred to the armor instead. So that's pretty much it for equipment mods. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And until then, thank you for watching. Stay safe. See you later. Goodbye.